Hi, you're stepping into STEM with me, Profesora Diana Gonzalez. So, how do we simplify a difference quotient? As my dog would say, this can get a little... Let's talk about it. We're going to evaluate the function at x plus h and at x. Then we're going to combine it and simplify. There's a lot of moving parts here, so before we get into that, we're going to follow what my therapist once said to me. Breaking up is hard to do, but sometimes you gotta do it. I'm going to start off with that f of x. That's already given to us. It's at 2/3 x squared minus 1. Now the next one, that f of x plus h, that one's going to require a little bit of work because of this power here. This is why it's nice to separate them, to break them up. Now, using our function notation, remember this is f of x plus h. This x plus h is letting us know that any time we see an x, we're going to substitute in that x plus h. Now, when we do these substitution, parentheses are very, very important. This lets us know that the entire x plus h is being squared. At this point, we have all of the parts. In theory, you could go and substitute in. I'm not comfortable with that yet. I want to clean up this f of x plus h to not have this in there. So let's do some algebra. Using the rules that we have for expanding binomials, I know that this will turn into x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 1. The last part that I would like to simplify is to distribute that 2/3. So we have 2/3 x squared plus 4/3 xh plus 2/3 h squared minus 1. Now I feel ready to go ahead and substitute. We can't simplify any further. So for the difference quotient, we have f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. F of x plus h, we're going to rewrite that. Working out our hands here, 2/3 x squared plus 4/3 xh plus 2/3 h squared minus 1. Now, at this point, we have a subtraction. This is the same subtraction that we see here, and we're subtracting the entire function f of x. Parentheses, again, very, very important. Don't drop parentheses because we need to distribute. So now we're going to parentheses. We're going to put the parentheses and write our f of x. And this is all over, you wish this was all over, h. Now we're ready to simplify. So the first thing I'd recommend for simplifying is distributing this negative minus the negative distributed to both of those terms, all over h. Yay! Okay, so now we're looking to combine like terms. I want what terms are the same. So x squared, 2/3, negative 2/3. Ooh, these babies, they zero out. When we add them together, they become 0. Bye-bye now. Next, xh, we don't have that, h squared, negative 1, 1, both constants. Negative 1 plus 1, 0. So we are left with 4/3 xh plus 2/3 h squared all over h. At this point, you can get rid of your stacked fractions. I'm actually going to try and factor out. I see that we have an h as a common factor here and an h in the denominator. So I'm going to do that first, and hopefully that gets rid of my fractions. So factoring out that h, we're left with 4/3 x plus 2/3 h all over h. Yay, we found the 1. Leaving us with our simplified expression, I'm going to bring this down here, of 4/3 x plus 2/3 h. Whew, that was rough. We have now gone 2 pi, or full circle. If you would like to talk about this some more, please visit us at the Math Success Center.